Hey, what's up guys? This is Liam or Weagle on your Overwatch, back with a new video, and today it's 1,000,000 degrees in the UK when Sigma comes out and my PC is struggling, but I'm hopefully fixed it at this point. Sigma's here guys, and we're going to go through everything Sigma. Right now we're going to look at all the abilities, and we'll of course have more videos going really in depth. So make sure you subscribe for that and you hit the bell icon next to that subscribe button so that you know when the videos go live. So his primary fire is Hyper Spheres. This launches 2 charges which implode after a short duration, dealing damage in an area. We have the ultimate Gravitic Flux, which manipulates gravity to lift enemies into the air, which by the way is awesome, even though I find it hard to pronounce. We have Kinetic Grasp, which turns damage into shields, temporary ones. We have Accretion, which is going to fire a massive rocket at enemies and crowd control them. Sorry, it's actually happening. And we have Experimental Barrier, which, by the way, is Sim's Barrier, basically, but much bigger with more health, and you can recall it. Now, the first thing I will note about this is that it will only regen when you have it like this. You can leave it out forever if you want, but it's only going to regen if it's away. So you can leave it there and block a fire off for as long as you want, but it's not going to regen. It's very much like Reinhardt, where you have to pull it back before it's going to do that for you. So the primary attack here is 60 damage per shot if you hit them directly and you get the explosive damage, which is pretty cool. And it also bounces off walls. So if you get in a room, it's going to bounce everywhere, and it's going to be pretty easy to hit any enemies with it. Pretty nice. You can also eat the damage like this of your enemies, and it will turn it into temporary shields, which is the shift ability, although it has a very long cooldown. Now you can have a maximum of 800 actually health, which is quite a lot, but if it burns down pretty quick, then it's not that amazing, I don't think. But the barrier is going to have some pretty cool interplay, and it's going to be interesting as well how much health you get from this, because I could be wrong. If you get loads more off of a normal damage, because these don't deal a lot of damage, then it could be an amazing ability. Now, it isn't like Defense Matrix. It won't eat a Graviton, but it will eat any damage that ults throw out. So I'm glad they didn't give a much better Defense Matrix to another tank, because that'd make D.Va pretty useless. Now, we're going to look at the CC here. You see it has knockback. And what that actually does, not only does it have knockback, it will knock them on their butt for a second. Kind of like a mini Earth Shatter from Reinhardt. But if you're much closer than that, you'll only get a bit of knock, and you won't get them on their ass like you will if they're at a long distance. So that's nice. Now, the ultimate is really, really cool. And what that's going to do is it's going to make everything float in the air. And then, boom. And what it will do is it will do half of their max HP. So Sigma will always take 200 damage to that, regardless of how much health he has. It's not how much he has, it's half of their maximum. So Tracer will always take 75 damage from that. Now, we haven't gone in-depth testing, so we'll see how much you can do while you're lifted up. I mean, when you're in the air there, you are just a sitting duck. People are going to be able to just shoot you right in the face. But if you can shoot them back as well, maybe there's a little bit of counterplay to that as well. Also note that the bots are a little bit bugged, and that shield, by the way, is still there. And when they break it, it will return to you, and then you can charge it. So let's throw this out again. Boom. Bit of knockback, but very easy to see. It's very, very big, that boulder. Now we're going to take a look here. He's actually floating, by the way, and doesn't wear shoes. And although he doesn't have a passive, it is a little bit like Zenyatta, where he doesn't make sound when he's walking around. I don't know how useful that is most of the time. But you know, sometimes when you get stuck behind the enemies and you want to hide, well, you're more likely to hide with this guy. Although he is taller than Reinhardt. He's about the same, but because he's suspended off the floor by a foot, he's actually technically taller than Reinhardt, and that barrier, of course, still there. Now, you can throw it out pretty much as far as you want. In fact, let's see. How far will it actually go? You hold the right click, and it will keep going forever until you stop. Then you tap it, and it will return, and it will recharge again. I'm just really intrigued to see what his damage is going to do. The thing is, you've got to use this character to get in. So let's say you're trying to follow your barrier in. Well, the barrier's a bit too fast. You're probably going to want to throw it out a bit, move forward, recall, throw it out a bit, and then recall like that. And then, of course, bounce things off the roof, because that's the coolest thing going, right? We're going to go and have a look at the ultimate one more time before we end this video. But if you have enjoyed, then be sure to drop a like and hit that bell icon so you get notified when our next videos go live. We'll actually be testing all of the abilities today. So let's have one more look. You can float in the air, you can reposition, and you can actually still keep floating even when you've used it, and the ability will actually use itself. You don't have to keep looking. It will just play out. So let me know what you think, guys, and have yourselves a fantastic day as always. Drop me a like. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon.